Hi, everybody. I want to take a couple minutes just to explain report card grades and what they mean in my class. Most importantly, I want them to truly be meaningful to you, and I want you to truly understand how they're created. Because, after all, I would like your grade to represent your learning of priority standards in the class. That's it. Okay, to start, I want to just talk about the meaning of each grade. Now, oftentimes in traditional grades, we don't really have a good idea what each letter grade means. We ask somebody, what does a B mean? They might say, oh, it means good. But good about what? Right? Does that mean that it's good about how you did on a test or on a quiz, or good turning in your homework, or good behavior, or good attitude, or good growth, or good effort? The point is that we don't really know. So on this slide, I've specifically defined each of the letter grades. So an A in my class means that you've achieved mastery on the priority standards for the semester. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Remember, priority standards, those are those most important standards that you are assessed on summative assessments. So far for this semester, we've had 3. We're going to have a total of 4. Right? So in this case, mastery means you've achieved mastery on those standards. A B means you've achieved proficiency on those standards. This is a really important category. My goal as your teacher is to get all of you, all my students, at least to proficiency. Because what I'm saying is if you get at least to proficiency, then you have a really good opportunity to pass that AP test and to get college credit. And that's our ultimate goal. A C means developing, right? You're developing towards proficiency. You're not quite there. You still have a little ways to go. Again, it's developing on those priority standards. A D means beginning. It's a beginning level of proficiency. You've shown some learning, but you have quite a ways to go to get to that minimum goal of proficiency. And then finally, the bottom level, an F means no learning, that no learning has been shown. So this is specifically what each letter grade means. But let's talk about how these grades are calculated. Lots of times in traditional grades, grade books are used to calculate overall grades. And the truth is that oftentimes we don't really know exactly how it's calculated, right? We might have kind of an idea. There might be kind of weights and percentages and averages, or maybe medians, right? So these grade books use algorithms to calculate. Lots of times students don't really understand. And to be honest, sometimes teachers don't understand how those grades are calculated. So I want to make this very simple, and I want it to be logical about how your grade is calculated. So this slide shows exactly how your grade is calculated. This is it. This is all that I use. I'd like you to understand it, and this is how I calculate your report card grade. To get an A, you need to score mastery on all priority standards, right? Remember, we have 3 so far. We will have 4 total for the semester. However, I think it's understandable if somebody scored mastery in all, but maybe proficient on one. I think altogether, collectively, that would still represent a mastery level. That's why you get an A. A B is calculated only in one way. Like I said, this is a special category. Um, all all priority standards need to be scored at least. You need to achieve at least a proficient level, right? Because if you have anything lower than proficient, that would mean you're not fully ready on all the standards and to be successful on that test at the end of the year to get college credit. Okay, so to get a B, you need to have at least all proficient. Right? C, again, that's developing. C means you need to score developing on all of your priority standards, or up to 1 beginning score. I say that, okay, it's understandable if one of those scores are beginning, but the rest are developing. For a D is calculated if you score at least beginning on 2 or more standards, or if you have 1 no learning, which is an F on a standard. Okay, at least 1 no learning. Now, if it's all no learning across the board, then that's the only way that somebody could score an F, right? So this is the way that they're calculated.